Oti region ahemfo ene mo penifo. Aban penifo amwo Oti region. Ladies and gentlemen, Musomfo Akosianie. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about the debts incurred by newlyweds after their marriage. But what happens if these newlyweds have no control over the debts incurred? Join me tonight as I take you to Sao, where we'll take a look at a unique traditional marriage rite. To vote for Akosia, kindly dial *713*13# and follow the prompt. Or download the TV3 Reality app from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Thank you.
Yeah, can I show me the back?
I go!
Amen.
I go!
Amen.
Sawarin, young worry, you have a
speak to the chiefs and elders of our community, mommy. That's my husband to be going. Mommy, please, mommy, please. Marriage is a joyous occasion in our society. I mean, who does not want happily ever after with their significant others? But it can be very expensive, and most of the time, the man has to bear most of the cost. Many newlyweds have incurred huge debts after their marriage, which they've had to pay over long periods. But what happens when the cost incurred is not determined by the couple nor their family, but rather by customs and traditions, which they have no control over? Let me take you to my region where there's a traditional marriage called Okafo. Okafo is a week-long celebration with feasting and merrymaking. It is broken into two parts: the engagement process and the actual marriage ceremony. During the engagement process, the groom with his family goes to see the family of the bride on 7 different occasions. And on all these occasions, he carries with him a keg of palm wine and gifts, which makes this expensive. Aside this, he has to make provisions for palm wine, goats, sheep, and sometimes cows, and locally grown rice to throw a feast for the community to celebrate with him every day. Ladies and gentlemen, the importance of Okafo cannot be disputed, considering the fact that it helps the married couple to go through their marriage counseling as well as to break bread with their families. The use of the locally grown rice also helps to promote the consumption of our locally grown food, which my region is a proud producer of. But you would agree with me that a week-long marriage ceremony is rather expensive, and very few people have the luxury of time or resources to go through it. This has made a lot of young people resort to cohabitation. Efforts have been made to bring this from 7 days to 3 days, and we commend Nananum for that. We humbly ask that we crunch this down to perhaps a day to enable all and sundry to take part in this beautiful Okafo. As Ochiame Boatin in Efo Kojomal based in the chest of a woman, may his soul rest in peace, said, "Customs are made not by God, but by man, and so can be made and amended by men. Let us together find ways to modernize our culture so that we can hand it over to our children and our children's children." My name is Akosia, and I represent the Oti region. Thank you.
And that's Akosia from the Oti region. Now, I'm going to start off with Fritz. What do you think? She says traditional marriage on sale. Does she really depict that this evening?
Well, I'm very impressed with the way she portrayed her concerns. The little drama was unique, and I think you eloquently expressed your concerns, and so I'm impressed, very impressed.
All right, a round of applause for Akosia Oti region. Thank you very much, Akosia. This is GMB season 14. We are rediscovering a true beauty, and we are doing that right now. We are going all the way to the Upper West region, where Tero is bringing us an education on widowhood rights. A round of applause for Tero.
Culture is big, but its impact should be considered. Good evening, Ghana. To the good people of the Upper West region, Yezimani. Cyril is my name. Tonight, I will be educating you on ways a woman can mourn her husband without having to go through harsh conditions. To keep me in this competition, kindly dial *713*13# and follow the prompt. Or you can download the TV3 Reality app on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and follow the prompt. In your minute ani idemi, impura yala baraka ani anomo yananta atanima. Ya baraka. Banga wego.
Bangala Jamaica ala Bangala bir. Bangala Jamaica ala Bangala bir. Bangala Jamaica ala Bangala bir. Bangala Jamaica ala Kakara bir. You have left who will take care of the children as you are gone. Who will take care of the children as you are gone? Inside them, it is painful to lose your husband, but having to endure the pain and discomfort as part of widowhood rights is an ordeal that no woman should go through. Look at them. They cover their body in clay for a period of 40 days or even more. In the world of today, where women are fending for themselves, breadwinners, contributing to the economic growth of this country, I plead that this 40-day period be reduced to a week or even less. The clay on their body can be replaced with shea butter that is rich in vitamin D and E that can still serve the purpose of the clay and nourish our skin. The act of having to travel back to my father's house, crying from one house to another, in sorrow, just to announce that the body of my husband lay in state. In this technological era, can be replaced with a phone call to save the widow, the stress, and the cost involved. As if that is not enough, they will be sending me, a fresh widow, to a crossroad to crush a guard by my right foot. If it breaks, then I am innocent. But if it does not break, then I am accused of having a hand in my husband's death. How? What happens to the role of the police in our society, who should be involved in all criminal investigations and suspicions? Women, arise. Men, hear our cry. Children, arise for your mothers. Judges and audience, bear me witness. Bear us widows witness. Mbamina ani mamine. Minna bire. Dagara connect. Ya yo ya toba awonge koni ye. Ya yo ya toba ye, open your ears and hear my cry. Hear our cry. It's sour. It's sour. Ya baraka, malolo. Thank you, honorable judges.
Very emotional delivery by Terrell all the way from the Upper West region on widowhood rights. Janet, I was very emotional. Did she do it for you?
Terrell, you had me in goose pimples when you entered, and I could feel you. You delivered this eloquently and expertly, and I could feel that you were handling the subject with a lot of passion. What I would encourage you to do for your next performance is try to let us understand what is the rationale and the essence behind all these rights. And when you have understood the essence and the rationale, you'll probably be able to deliver better, let me say, ways of replacing what used to be. But I must say, I was touched, and it is a performance I will remember.
All right, so Judge Janet will definitely remember that performance by Terrell all the way from the Upper West region. This is still GMB 2021, rediscovering true beauty. 2 down, 14 more contestants to go. Now, all the way from the Western region, Menu is bringing us some education on Bragro. Let's hear it from Menu.
Hello, lovely people of Ghana. My name is Menu, the Western Regional Representative for Ghana's Most Beautiful this year. Seeing blood on yourself for the first time as a girl child should be something worth celebrating. But why must we suffer the plight of this because of customs that were made and can't be unmade by men? Join me tonight as we discuss more about this. Please keep me in the competition by dialing *713*13# or download the TV3 Reality app from Google Play Store or App Store. The name again is Menu, M-A-N-U. Thank you.
Menu, ma. Sorry, but paneni matete.
What's your name? Here.
Menu ya bro. Menu ya bro. Menu ya bro.
I did not choose to be born female. I did not choose to experience menstruation. But here I am in a fit and there's no way out. They came to me at dawn because they knew I'd run away had I known. What pains me the most is that my own mother, upon seeing blood stain in my cloth 2 months ago, informed the Queen Mother and her people. Nananom, Mama, Dada, I know that we take pride in our virginity. And it is a way that we pass on our tradition to the next generation. But how do I explain to you that my virginity can be tested without having to insert an egg into my private parts? How do I explain to my people that I do not want my breast exposed because my body is my pride? Nananom, wanana wasiaketesia katamuhusie. Intimesra wanananom, wan katamuhusie. Nanjefona was a shamas in the pose oya tete. You cannot imagine the health implications on the girl child. The trauma. Nananom. You know, as human as we are, we come in different sizes and heights. In the same vein, our private parts also come in different sizes. Muhu benyindo, osanentete pa, nefutu pa, menana meja, what's the maminti? If you still want to confirm that I'm a virgin, please take me to the hospital. But what if, no, what if I was naturally born without a hymen? Does it mean that I do not get to experience the puberty rights? And does it mean that I do not get to get married? Because I cannot get married without going through the rites. Imagine how beautiful it would be if the girl child could be relieved of all of this pain. If we could remodernize our custom in a way that when I first see blood on myself, I will come to you. That's Mama, Dada, Nananum, me bumensa, my bro, intimon kamano.
No, me buy a bra, me grow no, so me grow no, me buy a bra, me grow no, me bay, me yende, me nisika no hamo, me meto me chinyo, me grow no, me buy a bra, me grow no. me grono, me baya bra me grono, me be yenie, me nisika mamo be meto mi chinyo. Ya grono, me baya grono, me grono, me baya bra me grono, me be yenie, me nisika mamo be meto mi chinyo.
Thank you.
She's representing the Western region. Her name is Menu. Give it up again for Menu. Chigwadi, we are all ears for Menu.
Hello, Menu. Congratulations. Well done. I think you gave a great performance, and I felt like I was there where you were. So my advice going forward for as you go towards the next sessions, what you should do is, this was an amazing story. You could have actually found two things I think you could add. You could have made this a story. You know, you talked about yourself, but you could have found out, done research to find a story of a particular person and tell it as a story. So maybe AC or, you know, Amma, she went through X, Y, Z. And then the second thing I would have loved to hear was why the right. But you made the point. The drama was great. The transitions between the outfitting, and actually you were able to sell the message that it shouldn't continue. So I thought that was a great one. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Menu from the Western region. Now, for the fourth contestant, we are not traveling out of town. We are staying right here in Accra. So if you are ready, let's give it up for Dede, representing the Greater Accra region. And she's bringing us some education on depot rights.
Nene meke nana me, gadang ben koto mainkra, gadang ben mambinkra, ikpanyepe ibinyo manyeo. And tonight, I'll be educating you on the depot rights and how it can be modernized in my region. You can keep me in the competition by dialing the date to the short code *713*13# or you can download the TV3 Reality Hub on Google Play Store or Apple App Store and vote the day. D-E-D-E. Thank you.
Wado afi baba ho ne ba ho ne ibi dede ke ple na shele odipo ti afi na le drumona onto oyiwalado dede o ma dede bi dede mo ba ko mi ni afo ne ke ye
I am a 14-year-old old girl, who has just gone through my depot rights. Depot is a puberty rite celebrated by we the Dangbase. This rite is celebrated to transition a female child into womanhood. When a child has sex before the rite is being performed, she is spiritually cursed by not being able to conceive, or she won't be able to get married. We were procession from the Deponier's house to the stream, where we were spiritually cleansed and taught how to bath properly and take our personal hygiene serious. The lower part of our hair was being shaved. We were taken to the sacred place where the sacred stone is located. Tegbetayemi. Libations was made to the Nakloweki, the god of Depot. We're made to sit on the sacred stone for 3 times. And do you know what happened? My friend Naki couldn't get her from the seat because it was revealed that she was pregnant before the rite. We were dressed and outdoored to the town. That was when I was filled with sorrow. I feel insecure and I feel ashamed. Because footages of me were taken and all these footages would travel onto the internet. A girl with a greater ambition of becoming the first female president of my country is at stake because my nudity was exposed to the world. My breast was exposed to the world. That is why I call to be covered. Nina me, nana me, deponya me, ye mami me, depo pem girl fell. Sikpanye pe, wa bino me no akagukwe mi imam tom. Meji wa wose. Anyo kagukwe no akajekpo. Kasusuma bazukba. Ye mami me ikpanye pe ka esiba. No wala no ko no akachi wa be wa bagukwe. To me. Thank you.
Dede representing the Greater Accra region. Do it for her, do it for her. Dede, Greater Accra region, ladies and gentlemen. Fritz, back to you.
Well, I don't have too much to say to you except that you still are a little nervous. And sometimes you sound a little shrill. I think you've got what it takes to deliver more forcefully. And I think that, well, you put your point across, but I expect you to be far better the next time. But well done, anyway.
All right, Dede. Is Dede your favorite? Menu, Akosia, and Tero. If these four are your favorites, make sure that you keep your votes coming in. *713 *13#. Add your contestant's name and you are good to go. This is still GMB 2021 season 14, rediscovering true beauty. We'll just take a breather. We'll be back with a lot more right here on TV3.
Hello, lovely people of Ghana. Infantiman, Nananom, one deshe oprim kwansman amaba wana dubiumi. Have you heard that Brakofi had to marry Sister Eti when she died because he cohabited with her and had kids with her? This evening, I'm going to do a presentation on Kunaye and how it could be modernized. On Sunday, menu posu what's a yell? Adeshe, keep me in the competition. Dial *713 and follow the prompt to vote for Kwansma KWANSEMA. Madam Humas.
Ago. Amen. Amen.
What happened to Wade?
Oh, I saw you butalati. What happened to you? Oh, I saw you you bound your bonnet. My sooner you tell me about my harassment to you.
I swear, I let me by no wire now. Want some marriage list?
Come on. Oh, Papa,
I know how they are now. Where's yet? Oh, Kunaye is part of the funeral and burial rites performed for both the living and the dead spouse. Yes, the dead spouse, especially when the man was cohabiting with the woman before she died. As insisted, he has to marry my daughter, put a ring on her finger, exchange vows with her, and stay celibate for a whole year. Oh ho! Abasamu pointing. According to the 2010 population census, about 800,000 people go through these rites, and 14% of them are men. The irony of my situation is, I am a woman who also have a son cohabiting with another woman. Maybe someone, one year no ma'am. Nana nom ebusia afo. Let us limit the marriage rights. Let us limit the marriage list. It is marriage, not purchase of bride. One share, Michelle Benin Kutupon Moya, the mama men are manting in Nara. A graphic impo. Many be man fambua. I believe that the man should contribute to the funeral expenses, but not must pay for this unnecessary rights. The phrase is causing psychological traumas to our men, not forgetting the spiritual ones. So why do you rather put us together when death has already put us asunder? If I didn't know what you wanted them, in order to curtail this menace, I recommend that you should report such incidences to the police. Who may the award way on Darfako? Not the mama dinner, my bones, my old phone on Sorada. Nemom here meaningful, 1 year missiafo, 1 wadi. It is man who created customs and tradition. Same man could change it. Same man could make it better. In many way, you awom the ahwan what's yaw. Awom de beninu soon. Awom de benin on medrunian. Nemom homayenke. Then many for so yaw. Men also suffer. Nananom. Honorable judges, viewers at home, Michia home, what you may yado.
Indeed, men also suffer. Now, that was Kwansima's very touching performance. Let me move over to Janet and find out what she thinks. Janet, tell me something.
Hello, Kwansima. In all the sorrow, you managed to weave in some comedy, so I remember that part of it. But what is interesting is I found your delivery quite convincing. But again, you know, these tenets of moral values, they're reasons why our forefathers, found them important. So the point is, if we want to recommend some ways of replacing them, you must find something which is pertinent and which is relevant in the society. I was missing that. What is it that is relevant and pertinent that will replace the so-called not good aspect of what you just portrayed? So in the future, maybe you delivered it, but I was not convinced. That's the point I'm trying to make. Make me believe you and deliver with more credibility. Thank you so much, Kwansima.
Thank you so much, Janet, and congratulations, Kwansima. And if she is your favorite, don't forget that the judges have their say, but you at home and you in the studio, it's not about the cheering alone. You have to vote. It is *713 *13# across all networks. Now, away from the central region, we're moving swiftly into the Ahafo region, and Ekia is representing this region. Tonight, she's telling us that the amount of money we spend on funerals and celebrating the dead can be channeled into better uses. Let's find out what else she has to say as we welcome Ekia representing the Ahafo region.
Hello, Ghanaians, good people of Ahafo. My name is Ekia and the representative for Ahafo in this year's Ghana's Most Beautiful. Nokre ebusia dofuna mpa. Onim se ewoyen akamfo amamre mu no. Yet me di efunu she fridge mu 2 years. And so akora me baby sister school fees 100 cedis ni enye sika mfa ma no. This evening I will be educating you on funeral rights. To vote for Ekia, you can dial *713 *13#, or you can download the TV3 Reality app on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Thank you.
Madam, Miss Ropa, Mentume Bomi, Macrafra Brochena Mediaba. Jamina minya meye. I bring boy ye and it's no woman is me dancing crying. Madam, Miss Row, Madam, Miss Row, school away, and Chamo Minimobia, waited 30 years. I've been holding up pieces, stone in pieces. Jamina meye. I don't know who no crack. I was not of Nampa. A woman said, Bamo way. Why you crow? Our dam and sanko. That's the Shia. And yes, and it is true that funerals are the last rites. That's are performed to see human exit from this world. Funeral comes in twofold, which is the dossier, just as you see here, and the eyipa, which is also known as the final funeral rites. But should we spend all our lifetime savings on funerals? Me say, ebinum to me try GTP into my papa. I would one num and then Sony a tray. Away ye back up. Why do we keep dead bodies in the fridge for over a year or more? Some even go to the extent of hiring people to cry at their own funerals. Within these same families, there are kids or wards who have been sacked for school fees but have been refused just because of funeral. What will become of this case if they drop out of school? Are they not going to become a liability to the society and the nation as a whole? In this era where there is a rise against streetism, look at how we are doing. No, Modeshia, me say when you dear me casa, say man of my mufan me, as I say me yabofra. But I believe in as much as it is very important to give the dead a befitting burial. And it is even written in Ecclesiastes chapter 6 verse 3. Says obi wumpo nasa we nsie ya opon ba ya abofra ya wunye nei ehu won faso chen no. But I believe our funeral system could be modernized by limiting the time frame in which we keep dead bodies in the fridge and also build death rather than putting up buildings for them. And most importantly, I believe we should save some time, effort and money for the rest of the family members alive. Esan said your dream to ni oje kan wonu nyumnum. Nananom ebusia for mesremo. Otiase. Esan se nipa wu wi a aso oni nyame ntemu asempe. Medam ase.
Ekia representing the Ahafu region. Let me move on to G-Body. You were listening with rapt attention. What are your thoughts?
Ekia, well done. I think your stage performance, your drama, the emotion, I mean, we're just talking about the fact that I think tonight we've seen a lot of morbidity, very strong emotions. One thing I would like to advise as you go on, because you delivered a great performance, I should say, and if I'm just watching, I'm looking for some more information. So I would have loved to hear maybe the historical context. Why were we spending so much money? I'm sure if you had done a little bit of research, you would have gotten that. And then also the alternatives. So if you give an alternative, then it also educates the public and informs. But honestly, your performance was great. Thank you.
And if Ekia is your favorite contestant, you have to keep voting for her to keep her in the competition. The short code is *713 *13 hash across all networks. You can also download the TV3 Reality app on Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Now we're moving into the Western North region, where AC is representing that region. Now, say it's because two-way. But in the Western North region, when someone is named after someone, that person has to spit into the mouth of the newborn child. That means that the child will take after the person. Most of you in the studio have a certain look on your face. It's very gross. And so Essie will be telling us more about this and how this can be modernized. And so ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, let's welcome Essie representing the Western North region.
Say you mine, gross are mine, I mean mine. You're to College of Education students near Shire from Crescent. What's in more this year is Siama Samawe Moja so. Madam Masu and Mokalabama Fababoka Mayo, Coslamis Remoche, Emoko Suba Sabana Becomam, Namrama Rama Homimu. My name is AC representing the Western North. Tonight, I'm coming to talk about naming ceremony and how to modernize it. I know you can't wait to hear this, but please, to keep in the competition, vote AC, ESI, to the short code *713 *13 hash on all networks, or download the TV3 Reality app on Google Play Store or Apple Store to keep me in the competition. Thank you all. May they must
I want to know where I'm on here.
Before we take that performance from AC, don't forget that you have to keep voting for your favorite. This is GMB 2021 Rediscovering True Beauty. Have you seen your favorite yet? Those of you in the studio, have you seen your favorite yet? Oh, so who are you here to support? Hey, who are you here to support? Are you voting? I can see Wedaga in there, I can see Arama in there, I see Seto, okay, I see Safwa as well. Etimunya, they make some noise for your favorite. All right, the energy is very contagious in here, and I absolutely love it. Okay, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Now, we are going to the Western North region where AC will be giving us a sterling performance and talking about some cultural practices from that region as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it one more time from AC from the Western North region.
The birth of a child brings joy to the parents and the community at large. What you just saw is a naming ceremony, which takes place 7 days after a child is born. It is believed that indeed the child has come to stay. You clearly saw that during the ceremony, the one the child was named after was made to spit into the child's mouth, suggesting that the child will follow his good deeds. I believe that this act doesn't fit well in our world today, considering the outburst of various diseases like tuberculosis, cholera, and even COVID-19. As religious as the world has gotten to, you can say a prayer and ask for the Lord's blessings. Also, alcohol and water are dipped onto the tongue of the child. Anyone who has witnessed a naming ceremony will agree with me that the facial expression of the child changes when alcohol is dipped onto the tongue. This is a strong proof that alcohol is too hard for a little baby, despite the good intentions of the acts. Only short time I'm ready. Na yokusana na mo misre mo che. Design I am a sema crying. With this, I suggest that alcohol shouldn't be attributed to true speaking. Instead, the one the child was named after can pray to God for spirit of truth for the child. Thank you all.
AC representing the Western North region. Now let me move over to Fritz to give us his comments on AC's performance.
Well, I have to say something. Our culture is dynamic, but there are certain practices that are based on our spiritual beliefs. And Ghanaians have very strong spiritual beliefs. And, you know, sputum is supposed to be a sacred effusion from a human being, like blood and other things. And so we hold it in very high stead. So if you're going to talk about an alternative, I think your research should have been more about the importance of that act and how that act could be changed or improved upon. If you condemn it, then you're condemning the very ethos of our culture. I believe that research is very, very, very important when it comes to the work that you're doing on stage. You yes, I think that you are a very eloquent young lady. I think that your research has let you down a little bit. And you know, when the man spat into the baby's mouth, there was no indication as to why, all right, because you didn't indicate that he had been named after her. It was like, or named after him or something. So I think you could have done better. But anyway, you're on stage, and I believe that you'll do better the next time. Well done.
Well done, coming from Fritz. And if SC representing the Western North region is your favorite this year for GMB season 14, you know what to do. The short code is *713 *13 hash across all networks. And if you want to vote in bulk as well, the TV3 reality app is specially made for you. And so download it on Google Play Store or on the Apple App Store and keep voting for your favorite. And you add the contestant's name as well. Now from the Western North region, we're heading straight to the Upper East region, and where Daga is about to talk about female genital mutilation and how to modernize it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome where Daga.
Kwe abuko where Daga ujoro tu abantini to apa istina akiale ake perba mama ka perba mama te dane apa istina le popo atabo tapa abuko *713 *13 hash. Say a text ayere where Daga. Mona anabalak. Say I wanna app download TV3 reality app on our Google Play Store, Mona Apple Store one. The issue of female genital mutilation has been a social issue that has been ongoing for years now. The Article 38 of the Ghanaian Constitution speaks against it as being injurious to the girl child. But then, do you know that it is still an issue that we are being faced with? Join me as I educate you and take you through the processes that a girl child has to go through, the adverse effects on her body, and how this process can be stopped.
Lavons. Yes. Tomato see. Lavons. Yes. Tomato see. Ya toma.
Chin. Fusini te.
Yebo. Yebo. The pains that I have to go through after my clitoris has been cut off. But who is there to listen to my cry when this act is being perpetuated by the elderly in society and backed by old cultural and religious practices, all in the name of making me chaste? But just take a look at the emotional and psychological trauma that I have to go through. Liberate me. Nabasantaba liberates me. Honorable judges liberates me. According to research, about 200 million of women go through female genital mutilation worldwide. And about 28 African countries practice this. About 4% of women in Ghana go through this, and about 38% of women in the Upper East region of Ghana go through this. About 82% of women between some communities in Boku and in Pusiga go through this. Maternal mortality is on the rise in the Boku Presbyterian Hospital. But have we stopped for a second to ask ourselves if this could be the reason for which it is happening? Even when Article 39 of the Ghanaian Constitution speaks against this act as being injurious to my health. SDG 3 seeks to promote good health and well-being. Why can't I be like the Shamima Muslim who seeks to promote sexual and reproductive health and right education? The youth should be educated on abstinence, and if I cannot abstain, what do I do? Policymakers, in collaboration with traditional rulers and the Ghana Health Service, should come up with educational facilities targeted at the border communities to sensitize them on the dangers involved in engaging in practices like this, and how it has led to me getting rectovaginal fistula, of which I am being stigmatized against. This is the reason for which stink emanates from my body and no one can stand me. Liberate me. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, Pagnanama, and Koba Alenaba, and Sorin and Tapawula, and Belemiane, Yasungum Yabisa, Kafate, and Belem, Napapiati Tuaya, Yagafara. For I am a true definition of rediscovering true beauty. Akia Lede, and Posia Zway, and Posia Baraka, Manya Janta. Thank you.
Very emotional one from Wedaga. And I can see the judges are all clapping. But I'm moving to Janet. Janet, are you liberating Wedaga tonight?
Hi, Wedaga. You look gorgeous and I like your hairdo. I'm happy that you ended with a smile. And I'm happy that you gave us some statistics. It means that you've researched well. However, I just want to add that we've gone past, actually there's been so much on female genital mutilation, so many legislation, a lot of watchdogs, international communities. There is a lot of progress in this direction. So maybe next time, you stop crying because we are in the middle of it. We are fighters and we are moving on. So attack it with a smile. Thank you. Okay.
Well, if you want Wedaga to keep smiling, keep voting for her. The short code is *713*13# across all networks. And don't forget to add her name, Wedaga. That is the surest way to make sure that she smiles all throughout the competition. And at the end of the season, we will have our queen. And this year, not only our queen gets to walk away with all the goodies, we're making sure that our second and third positions also get some capacity building, mentoring, internship with a company within this network, that is the Media General Network, public speaking, entrepreneurship training, mentoring by a top CEO, and how to raise funds for innovative projects from the Stanford Seed Transformation Network Ghana. And so if you are rooting for your favorite and you want her to get all these goodies, it is *713*13# across all networks. This is GMB 2021 Word, Rediscovering True Beauty. We're taking a break. When we come back, there's more right here. GMB 2021, Rediscovering True Beauty.
Our queens are delectably clothed by Ogazi Eccentric, Ashanti region, Finest Vogue, Greater Accra and Bono East regions, Melike Garment, Central and Ahafo regions, Eliza Fashion, Western region, Rider One Couture, Volta and Upper East regions, Accent in Stitches, Upper West region. Anita is beautifully styled by Ajua Yabua Clothing with hair by Esplendido Beauty and Z Hair. Cookie is beautifully styled by Kofi Akutia with hair by Cookie.
My beautiful wife is about to make some sweet jollof, and she uses only